do. While y'all laughing. If you come over there right now, I fry a piece of chicken, you'll go straight to sleep. It's grease been on for 3 years. It's burnt too. Marvin. I'm sorry, I ain't supposed to say it. I ain't say your last name. I ain't see first.
The stuffing.
Wasn't that stuffing good?
It was so good.
You ain't know it had 4-year-old grease in it.
Oh no.
Marvin.
Put me to sleep.
Marvin laid right on out. You thought
You know why he laid out?
why?
Because that artery was clogged.
Oh, it was clogged up.
The lack of blood in my brain.
As soon as Marvin put that gravy on that stuffing,
Oh,
Marvin stretched right on. He went straight to sleep.
it was so good.
Straight to sleep. He was telling his story and went straight to, because that grease was old. You was telling you Marvin went straight to sleep. He don't know he had old grease. He almost died.
Well, you know it's dressing when we make it. It's called dressing.
Huh?
Dressing.
That is true.
That's the country way.
That's true.
Dressing.
But it was delicious.
I know it was.
You should have seen how it was. You'd have thought I fried it in the oven. It was actually frying in the oven. It had so much grease.
Frying in the oven.
If that
It
thing
was
had,
good.
you had to be there.
You want this shit?
You had to.
Huh?
You want this shit?
No, it's all right.
You had
Next-
to be
next
there
show.
because it
Next-
was
next
old,
Thursday.
and it was a combination. It was a combination of bacon grease,
Mm-hmm.
pork grease, chicken grease,
Well, yeah, it's all the grease that goes in there.
ground beef.
I thought you just said bacon grease.
No, I
Oh.
can't.
Oh,
No, you don't. I'm the only one to do that. I combined it.
Okay. No,
So
you're
you
not
don't
the
know
only
what
one.
Mommy's only said the bacon grease.
No, I combined
Somebody
it.
somewhere.
That's why
Somebody somewhere.
That's why if you ever get a piece of fish and it tastes like pork, that's why.
Oh no.
That ain't no good.
Huh?
That ain't no good.
I
You
don't
gonna like
it.
it. You gonna like it. You gonna like it. It's gonna put you straight to bed. Straight to sleep. You're gonna go knock right on out. And that's what Checkers are. That's what Checkers doing.
But you know, I notice a lot of people are going vegan now. And
know.
I refuse. I refuse to
want
eat
that.
anything that's chemically made to taste like meat.
I'm not gonna be.
Are the
anything-
chemicals worse than the pork?
I don't want to do anything.
They don't make no
that's gonna-
sense.
I don't want to do anything that's gonna cause me to pull out a dictionary every time I try to spell it to you what I am. I don't want to be no damn vegan. It sounds like it's sinful. I'm a Christian. I don't want to be no damn vegan. I'm not into that kind of stuff. Can you imagine going home to Mama vegan?
I'm a child of the Lord. I knew.
You know my family throw Holy Ghost on me if I go home to Mama vegan. They'll be home crying.
Wait a minute, they gonna throw Holy Ghost on you?
And water too. Because you got to throw the Holy Ghost on you. You know, you can throw it. You can transfer it.
Well, listen. But isn't that funny how some people, some black churches, Lord knows I'm a Baptist.
Oh, down here is downstairs.
You ain't lying.
Music stop.
The market just stopped. What'd she say? What'd she
Uh-oh.
say?
Say about us?
Take this electricity.
What you gonna say about church? They got the best food.
They do have the best
You
food.
know they sell plates at the church.
Yeah, they do
For
have
the building
they,
fund.
they do have some good food, and they have building funds and all that other stuff.
Building ain't never getting repaired.
But why in all the mega churches,
Ever.
everybody, what is Creflo Dollar?
I like Creflo.
Did he get out of jail yet?
Creflo was arrested.
Word?
Y'all didn't know?
No.
Slapped
the
up his
hell?
daughter. His daughter was trying to go out to the party. He said, "You won't leave this
He
house."
should have got arrested for that. I believe in that. Sometimes-
She called the police.
Sometimes
She called the police.
Oh, yeah?
She
Well,
called
see,
the police.
that's what I blame him for.
He's
How old is his daughter?
I don't know. Don't start me
Sometimes you
lying.
gotta put hands on him.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes.
Yeah, you do. That's what's wrong. That's what's wrong.
Yeah.
Sometimes you got to put hands on.
Yeah.
And you got to stop feeding them. Ain't nothing wrong with not feeding a child for a day. They're not gonna fall out
But
and
do
die.
kids think about the environment that they gotta go back into after you don't call the cops on your mother and father?
right.
Or they think about where they're gonna go if they don't go back to the environment. What happens if you can't go back home?
Right.
You know where you going at? Listen, I'll take it.
It's bad.
It's terrible. It is terrible. But I'll take a meal from you quick if you don't listen. That's your reward. You need to listen. If you listen, if you
That's how
can't
you stay
listen,
alive.
if you can't listen to what I say,
That's how you stay alive as a kid.
that means you can feed yourself. You don't need to. Don't you go in there? I done put locks on the refrigerator before.
Oh no.
Yeah, I done seen kids sit beside the refrigerator and cry. Sit right there and cry.
Right
Don't
next
feel
to
sorry for him, Marvin. Don't feel
I'm trying
sorry.
to figure it out. How do
Don't
you-
feel sorry for him because they was talking a lot of trash.
Definitely seen that before though.
They was talking a lot of trash before I locked that refrigerator. Or you was trying to go toe to toe with me. Now since the lockdown came on the refrigerator, now you want us to talk it out. No. Lock it up. If you don't listen, you don't eat.
Hey.
Period.
Get the beat, you just don't eat.
And it takes a while for anybody to notice that you haven't fed them. I know the timeline. What? Anybody ever did that before?
It should take 30 days to die from starvation.
I ain't gonna starve them for 30 days. I don't want to go to
4
jail.
days with water. 4 days no
Oh,
water.
you can have plenty of water.
No
You
matter
can
what size
have plenty of water. What depends on what kids you working with. You know, some kids have more than others.
Yeah. I don't.
Hmm?
I don't talk about nobody's kids, but
I
all
don't
these
care.
overweight children these days.
I blame the parents.
Yeah, that's their fault.
I blame the parents. Because you got to monitor what your kids is eating. And you got to make them go outside.
Yeah.
Like, getting all these electronics, make them kids go outside some damn way. And to keep your house clean.
Mm-hmm.
You know how back in the day the house used to be real clean?
Yeah.
That's because we could never come in it. I could never go in the house. And I could never come through the front door. I had to always come through the back.
Why couldn't you go through the front door?
I could never go in. And you better not move that damn telephone. Oh, Lord, don't move the telephone. I moved that telephone one day. My grandmother hit me in the head with that phone. I can still feel it. Just for moving it.
Just for moving it.
Just for moving it. You can't, no. But kids, they in the house all day long. And they locked in the room. And parents don't seem to care. They be in the room all day long with the door shut. You don't know what they in there doing. We had to go outside.
The door shut.
Oh, they shut the door now.
They closing doors in the
Yeah,
house
they shut
now?
doors. They shut doors. They locks it.
What?
You got to rap and ask, can you come in?
What?
You got to do
Yeah.
what?
Your own house?
Yeah.
In your own house that you
That's
pay bills in?
That's what's
I
happening.
don't have any kids, but that won't be happening in my house.
That's what's happening.
What?
That's what's happening. That's what's happening. What you need to do is you need to go to somebody's house and just sit there. They're not gonna know you there because most parents are on alcohol to make it through the day, so they're not gonna know that you're there.
They are really.
Now they really playing the horns.
So the only thing you gotta do is sit there and watch. They knock on the door and ask can they come in because kids got privacy and stuff.
Kids have privacy.
Mm-hmm.
That's why they privately getting pregnant.
That's what it is. But they in there.
They privately on drugs.
They in there. That's what they in there doing. But you know it ain't like it
Kids
used to
have
be.
privacy.
They got privacy.
You wouldn't have a damn door.
They got privacy. They got cell
What?
phones. They got all kinds of stuff.
Well, no, I know they have cell phones.
You don't need no damn
but
phone.
privacy.
Who the hell you calling? You ain't calling me because I can't leave my job. I'm gonna get fired. So I know you not calling. Who are you calling?
I'm texting my friends.
What friend? You know I used to get weed testers when they used to come to my house.
What?
Yeah. I had fake weed testers. What I would do is, and it worked. All you parents out there, y'all need to try this. What you do is you make
Tell them about it.
This is what you do. It really do work. It sounds crazy, but it works. What you do is you get lemonade, bland. You don't put no sugar in it. And when they come to the door, you tell them to drink it. You say, now if you on weed, I'm gonna warn you. You gonna pass out. And the police and the ambulance ain't coming here no time soon. So what I suggest that you do, walk away. I did it a couple times. A few kids I got rid of like that. They fell for it. I said, I'm not gonna call your parents. I'm not gonna judge you because I was a child once too. I'm just warning you. If you drink this and you want, tell Miss Stephanie the truth. If you drink this, you're gonna pass out, and I don't know how quick they gonna come. So if you need to, if you need to come back in 30 days, when you can piss clean, I suggest that you do it, and it works. You got to be active. I used to frisk kids down. If you don't have nothing to hide, why can't I frisk you down? Oh, my kids used to be so upset.
Oh no.
They used to be so embarrassed. They said, "Ma, they think you crazy." I am. I'm frisking you down. If you don't have no weapons on you or nothing illegal, why can't I touch you? I just want to frisk you.
Frisk him on the way in or on the way out?
Both.
Okay.
Well, one I wouldn't even let in because he's still.
You check him.
He's
see his-
still.
Yeah. So you know a thief. You know somebody looks around all the time. They either want it or they steal. He looked around all the time. I came and looked nervous. I said, "Listen, that little boy steals." My son said, "No, he don't steal, Ma. He don't." I said, "He steals." I said, "I give him about 4 years. He gonna do about 5." Guess what? Guess where he at right now? Doing 5. Doing 5. He steals. It's obvious. He don't steal. He's a nice boy. Nice and stealing. That's what you gotta do. You gotta stay. You gotta stay active in your kid's life. You gotta create. Nobody tells you what to do. You make your own rules up. Who cares if they get embarrassed? They children. They supposed to be embarrassed. My mother's embarrassed me all the time, especially when she would come down to school with her little her stretch pants on.
Oh no.
I used to be so embarrassed.
Oh, she was real sexy,
Oh,
wasn't
she was
she?
real sexy.
Oh.
Oh,
she was real sexy.
And what she would do is she would blend negligees with daytime clothes.
Oh,
Mommy was a blender.
Oh, blender.
She was a blend. You ain't never heard that?
I'm learning today.
Yeah, what she would do is put the little negligee, little lingerie on,
Uh-huh.
and then put the stretch pants on and a jacket. She would blend. Cause you know we remix. We remix in Baltimore.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we don't only remix music. We remix clothes,
Okay.
drinks, food. We remix. You'll never ever get one thing from me that's one. I always mix everything. It's in my blood.
It's just what mommy taught you.
Yeah, mommy told me that. So when she would come down to school, I would be embarrassed. Cause they would say, look at Stephanie with a big old booty. I said,
With the tights on.
the tights on. So why does she have to come down to school looking like that? What does she want? But you know she went to jail at my school before.
What?
She slapped my teacher. She
What?
did 7 months for that.
7 months.
It was very entertaining though.
What happened, Stephanie? What happened?
From the beginning to the end, y'all want to know the story? Well, cause you know it's a story.
Well, tell the truth or shame the devil.
Well, you know I was a real shy kid.
Yeah.
Yeah, I never bothered anybody.
Right.
So I was in the 3rd grade. True story. I was in the 3rd grade, and I never forget a little nappy head Bonita sitting
Okay.
beside me. Right?
We done said her name. All right.
She's still nappy. She knows it. She knows she nappy. She knows she nappy. Ain't nothing done changed. She still nappy. So I was in the 3rd grade and we had the black and white books.
Uh-huh.
So the teacher tells me and the rest of the class to sit quiet. It was the end of the day. So I was, a little shy, thin little kid. Everybody, what they would try to do is they would try to beat me up when my sister wasn't around.
Right.
Because, Tracy, they called her Greyhound. Because she was big like a Greyhound. So that was her nickname, Greyhound. But she was a little girl.
Dang.
But she was the biggest little girl you ever seen in the world.
Vicious kids in Baltimore.
Oh, they called her Greyhound. That was a little nickname. Here come Greyhound, which was my sister, right? So what they would do is they would try to jump me and get me when she went around. So I'm sitting beside the girl. She grabs my book. So when she grabs my book, I grabs it back. The teacher seen me talking, but I was trying to explain to her that the little girl grabbed my book. But believe it or not, back in them days, I stuttered when I got upset. So as I'm getting upset, I'm starting to stutter, so I can't get it out. So she screams, made me go sit in the corner. So I'm sitting in the corner the whole time thinking, yeah, I'm crying now, but wait till I tell Brenda. You're going to be crying later. So I get home and I tell my mother. So mommy said, don't worry about it. I'm going to come down to the school and take care of it. 2 days passed by. She didn't come down to the school because she couldn't get off work. But she called the principal. The principal called the teacher in the office and must have got on her. But I'm not knowing what's going on behind the back scenes, right?
Right, because you're a child.
'Cause I'm a
Child's
child.
place.
You got to stay in the child's place.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
can't be grown.
Yeah.
That ain't none of
No,
your
no.
business. 'Cause
Seen and not heard.
Your mother said she going to take care of
Yeah.
it. Okay. So 2 days later, I'm walking in the cafeteria with a bunch of children, my little friends. I ain't had that
Right.
many because I was a little, I had asthma and glasses and
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
So I ain't had that many friends. My mother decided to leave work early to come to the school to take me to the movies and to lunch, but she was going to surprise me. I didn't know she was coming. Now, mommy was short. This lady was tall. So as I'm walking in the cafeteria, her name was Norman Jackson. She yells out to me, Stephanie, come here. I turns around and immediately I start to cry. She waits, and this is when teachers could put their hands on you.
Uh-huh.
She waits till I get close and she jacks me up in my shirt and says, you tell your mother everything. I think she was bipolar. She said, you tell your mother everything, but you don't tell her how you running through the cafeteria. But I wasn't running. My mother tapped her on her shoulder. She didn't know mommy was behind her. Mommy two-pieced her. Oh, food went everywhere. Mommy kicked her so damn quick. Police came. Mommy told me to stop crying because she's going on vacation and said somebody light her a Newport. She did 7 months. So from that point on, they stopped calling me, they stopped calling Tracy Greyhound and used to always call us the kids that mama went to jail. That lasted for a minute. But nobody ever bothered us though.
Oh, they ain't gonna bother you.
Oh, they ain't gonna bother us no
Not-
more.
No.
I think they got a picture of mommy down at the school
Still.
with the handcuffs on, with a Newport that's hanging out of her mouth. Cause mommy had the Newport that's hanging,
Hanging out the mouth.
that's flicking, just lighted. And they knew who she was, the police did, so they would let her have one little smoke before she go to jail. My mothers ain't like that no more. I miss that. I miss those kind of
No,
mothers.
there's still mothers there, but
He's singing, I'm coming up the yonder.
Oh no.
We're singing this song.
What is going
We
on?
are really live.
We are really live. in
All
this shit.
right.
I don't know whether to go downstairs and give to the offering plate.
Really? You better not go downstairs and gonna ask you for tithes, offerings, and 3 more offerings.
I don't have that kind of money. Now, if they can take this dollar and split it 4 ways.
I bet they have an ATM. You know, churches these days have.
If they can split it 4 ways, I'ma do it.
You know, churches these days have ATMs.
Stop it.
Oh yeah, they have ATMs. They sure do.
Credit card swipers.
When they
Yeah.
pass it around, it's a credit card swiper.
You walk in, you just swipe your credit card.
I don't know what's more
Tithes and
involved in
offering.
that. I don't know that they're
But
doing it.
You have to think. Well, not a lot of people carry
You-
cash.
You got to drink to that, don't you?
I sure do.
with
I need to
age.
sip on that.
You got to drink to that. Yeah. You better not walk into church talking about you don't have no cash. You don't need none.
You'll be an outcast.
You sure will be. You better swipe your card.
What the hell?
You better swipe your card.
That'd be embarrassing getting black in church.
No, it wouldn't. Y'all better pray for me.
Get
No,
some
it
on
wouldn't.
bag.
Please, y'all know about me.
What I do is I wrap my money up real tight and put it inside of an envelope. So it's between me and God. Y'all don't know if I gave $1 or gave 100. It ain't nobody business, and I don't know if I put my name on it, cause I don't need the recognition.
You don't need the recognition.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, because you know when they find out that you're giving large amounts, all of a sudden you get invited to all the church events.
Oh really?
Yeah.
So you know how this thing go?
Yeah, you get invited to all the church events, and then it's sponsorships. Then you got to sponsor the pastor to go here
I think you make a
on
good first lady.
vacation. No, I wouldn't.
I think you would. You got all,
Mm-mm.
you got all the makings. What?
Yeah,
You know
the
the-
United States.
Hey, you know the first lady?
Not-
Real. Stephanie got all the makings of a first lady, don't she? I
Not
can see
really.
you. Only thing you need is the hat, cause you know you got to have a hat on.
Yeah,
Can you sing?
I sure can.
You said you sure can.
I sure can. You better not ask me to sing nothing. The whole church will clear out.
Cause usually first ladies can sing.
I clear the whole church out. They'll be up here praying for us.
What did you want to do in life? What was your fantasy job?
When I was young, I think I wanted to be like Lisa Leslie, cause she was the only. Lord, we don't have no sponsors yet. We might not get none after this comment.
Oh Lord, watch what you say.
Well, whatever. She was the only basketball player that I knew of that was a woman that wasn't a lesbian. I said, "Ooh, I want to be like her,"
The other Stephanie,
because I was tall. Whatever.
The other Stephanie ain't say that.
Well, whatever. That's how I felt.
You wanted to be a
As a
basketball
child,
player?
yeah, because I was taller than all the other kids. You know, when you're taller than all the other kids, everybody thinks you're supposed to be a model and a basketball player.
So how-
And Lisa Leslie was the only one who was doing both of them.
How old was you when you had that fantasy?
I was like 8.
Okay, so the first.
Yeah.
Okay, so the little fantasy.
Yeah, I was like 8.
So y'all might laugh at this, but this is true. You know what I wanted to be when I was 8?
Tell us that.
Charlie Angels. I wanted to be the first black one.
What?
I never understood why they didn't have a black Charlie Angels.
What do you mean you didn't understand?
I was 8.
Oh, okay.
I didn't understand why they didn't have one. I wanted to be one of the Charlie Angels. I wrote in and asked why could I not be one. They never wrote me back.
Yeah.
I'm still waiting for a reply.
Gay and black.
And I said that. Is it because I'm black? Sign. 8-year-old Stephanie.
8-year-old.
Never gave my last name. I wasn't giving my last name
Better
then.
not.
You know, that's the first rule you learn when you're little in Baltimore. Well, that's the second rule. The first rule, you learn how to box. Second one, you learn not to give your last name, regardless of who asked you. I have never gave my last name. You know, even when I got married, the first time I didn't get my last name.
What?
I said, if we're going to do this thing, you got to do it off the first name. He said, well, what's your last name? I said, you never knew it before. You don't know it now. Do you still want to do this? You don't need to know my last name. My last name would be your last name. How about that? What's your last name? Yeah, you don't give your last name. I'm surprised at how many people do that. Just give out their last name all free-willed.
Yeah. They really do.
I was a little bit alarmed when payroll asked me for my last name.
Payroll.
You know they wanted my last name for my paycheck.
See you a little long.
What?
Well, you know I tried not to. You remember that time when I didn't get paid for a month?
Oh.
Stephanie.
I didn't want to tell you because I wouldn't get my last name.
No, you.
You know I had you thinking something else.
Yeah, because you know I was ready to
I didn't get
call
paid
everybody.
for. No, seriously, I didn't. Stephanie, tell him I didn't get paid for a
She didn't
month.
get paid for it. Listen.
I refused to get my last
I'm
name.
telling you, I thought you was into something else. Because
I
you were
thought-
still living. I was like, well,
Oh, I was. Oh,
living?
Stephanie, because I get stuff on layaway. Stephanie gonna live, but I wouldn't get my last name. I refused to. I thought they would actually give my paycheck if I hold out, but they was
Listen.
serious.
For- Could you imagine?
Huh?
Because if they would have gave you a check and it just said Stephanie accidentally gave it to me, I'd have cashed it.
But it was so funny. As soon as I gave,
we got the same name,
See?
all it has is Stephanie on it, I'd have cashed it.
As soon-
I work 40 hours just like you.
As soon as-
cash this now.
as soon as I gave my last name, they gave me all my paychecks. But I was surprised that they wouldn't do it off of Stephanie. It was.
If they would have did it off Stephanie, I'd have went up there too. I'd have got 2 or 3, 4 checks.
I said, why do y'all keep asking me for my last
You
name?
know that's unacceptable.
I don't understand what you need it for.
That's almost like stealing.
What you mean?
Somebody should have went to jail for that.
Which one?
Because you worked and didn't get paid. That's stealing.
I think it was actually 5 weeks. It was a while because it was so many checks I didn't get paid. They had to overnight it to me. So Fred, I ain't say his last name. Fred told me, said, Stephanie, you better go ahead. The people ain't playing. They're not gonna pay you. And I was coming to work, killing it, doing an excellent job. I said, they trying to break me. You remember? Because you kept asking me, did you get paid yet? No.
Every day, every 5 minutes, did they come down here with a check?
No. You said it's been 4 weeks. You told me stop working.
I said, what are you working for? You didn't get paid for the last 2 weeks you worked.
You sure did. Because I'm not
What
giving
are
my
you
last
doing?
name. I finally had to give it. So they finally found out what my last name. Damn, they got me. These people really ain't gonna pay me because I won't give my last name. They petty. Who does that? Stephanie. Just put on the check, Stephanie. I know how to cash my stuff. I know right now where I can go with just Stephanie and they'll cash it. Y'all don't know where to go at? Yeah, I know where you can go right now where they're cashing in with just Y'all petty. Who does that? I've been coming to work every day. I'm doing a hell of a job, you say, and you won't pay me because I won't give you my last name? Let me worry about how I'm going to cash my stuff. I know exactly where to go at, but they wouldn't give it to me. Stephanie, you was real upset, too.
I was real upset.
Stephanie,
You would have thought it was my check.
Stephanie was upset.
Oh, I
They
was
were
hot. What?
Yeah, you
Because
was-
what
you
happened
was
to you,
fired
what
up.
happened to me, because you know they didn't like me very much.
Yeah, they didn't care for you because you used to always stick up for everybody.
Yeah.
You was fired up. It was 5 weeks.
5 weeks. I was like, what? 5
Yeah.
weeks without my paycheck? Oh.
What we going at?
Oh, it's time to say goodbye. We might as well let the church just take us out because they already singing.
Can we?
You can keep talking, but if it dies, it's gonna die.
Okay, can we do our song for the night?
What you wanna do?
You name one.
Oh, yeah, I
Our
could
throwback.
I could just charge it a little bit more and then just go over it.
No, I'm going
No.
to need.
I gotta go
Do
to
the
work.
do the you.
Ooh, don't say that on.
I done set your name all on this. Why you want to tell
Wait
me
a
before I
minute.
got here?
Right, can you just
Do the
play-
throwback.
Yeah, just play.
Yeah,
Frankie Beverly.
yeah,
Just Frankie.
yeah. That's
Yeah,
our
man,
that's
it's
our
just
family
pick
that's our family
Yeah.
reunion throwback.
All right.
This one?
Anybody out there that
Sure.
don't remember this song?
The same one?
Yeah.
Anybody out there, regardless of how old you are, you don't remember this song, you got cheated out of a childhood. You need to go ask your parents a couple of questions. They cheated you. Because everybody. What is going on? It went out?
Yup, we died.
All right, well, we done.
Hey, how
All
many
right.
hits we had from last week?
I'm gonna play this song. Usually y'all have like 100 and something.
No, we don't. No, we don't. Go back again. We got over 200.
Oh, excuse me.
We celebrities.
So why you asking me?
I want to see if we got something new.
Nah, I got you. I don't know. I have to check it.
You know, man, Stephanie's local celebrity.
200 people. 200
Yeah.
people make you a local celebrity.
Yeah.
Well,
And we think 50 times was Tay Tay.
It was.
That's
You
a
know
big
this.
deal for not plugging it like that, though. That's a big deal.
Right,
Celebrity, I
right,
wouldn't say
Cole?
that much.
You know, I kept checking with you to see was it okay.
I see, yeah.
Cause you know you tells me whether or not.
No, I liked it. I liked it.
Yeah.
The fact that you got 200 hits, though, and y'all not even playing.
Well, I'd like to see what this looks like.
You
Do
think
you
this
have to
one?
do it live? Can you pre-record stuff?
Marvin and what pre-record. Marvin,
Why
and
don't
what-
y'all take it to the street after?
I don't think we have enough views yet. You think we got enough views?
Take it to the
Try to
street.
get more views.
Take it to the Marvin. You gonna be our cameraman?
We gotta be a camera. We gotta need.
You gonna do it?
We want people to do that, but we need a dedicated cameraman. to do
Marvin
that.
dedicated.
You can do that for
Where
me?
you can work the camera.
Yeah. I did
Marvin, do
television
you
production for
do you have an outfit for it?
You did
television
television
production?
production? Oh, okay.